Hi, my name is Lisa Boogaard from Boogaard Attorneys, and today I'll be chatting about a brief overview of what compliance with the Protection of Personal Information Act involves. So, first of all, you would want to register your information officer on the Information Regulator Portal. It's an online process. Currently, it is experiencing technical difficulties, but once it's up and running again, then people can continue to register their information officers. By law, each organization has an information officer. However, who is ordinarily your managing director or CEO, in the case of a private body. However, this person may wish to authorize that function to another employee within the organization, or also appoint deputy information officers in the case that there will be a number of persons performing this function depending on the size of the organization. So once you have registered your information officer, you then would communicate that information, the details of that person, to the organization, so that your employees, of course, know who to direct questions to in regards to the processing of personal information officer when in doubt. It's important then that your information officer understands the key concepts and definitions within the Act and the 8 conditions within the Act in order to then assist the organization in regards to compliance with POPI, as well as understands their own duties by law within the Act and within the regulations. Once they have a good understanding of this, which may have been either they've been internally assisted by a legal advisor within the entity, alternatively they've sought outside legal assistance, the organization can then start to process personal information, to map out personal information. The purpose of doing this is, of course, if you don't understand what personal information you hold in respect of the organization, it would be then very difficult to apply this against the conditions in the Act and to seek out whether you are complying or not. So the mapping of personal information, it would be suggested that you you categorize your different data subjects. Those are the individuals in respect of which you hold personal information, for example, customers and employees, shareholders, directors, and so on and so forth. So you determine in respect of each data subject category what personal information you hold, and then how it is stored, and security measures which are applied to that personal information. Thereafter, once this has been documented, you can apply the 8 conditions within the Act to the different data subject categories and determine the different levels of compliance or what action items arise as a result of the compliance framework. Certain action items might be to review application forms of customers, reviewing supplier agreements, implementing different policies to address how the organization processes personal information, adopting or updating your existing PIA manual, staff awareness training would have to take place and obviously be relevant to the organization itself in terms of the processing of its personal information, and training different departments within the organization in regards to personal information impact assessments. So that is a very broad overview of personal information and the compliance with the POPI Act. I hope you found it useful, and in the next video I'll be chatting about the information officer's duties in particular as per the Act and the regulations.